What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Thursday, got to talk about my overnight on RGBP. First green day, a lesson, man. Sometimes it don't work. It didn't necessarily work out for me, but it kind of faked me out in the morning. But I was able to day trade it and capitalize on it beautifully. Then I want to talk about OZSC and the beautiful run that had today and how I was able to capitalize on that. And a bunch of other stocks that were running beautifully today that I tried to capitalize on. So I want to get into all that. But before I do, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything I find interesting in the stock market. And I like to share that with anybody willing to listen. So that being said, man, let's just get right into it. So we're going to start off with RGBP. This here is my account that I'm well over the PDT rule now after today. So they didn't lock me out. But I did the overnight on RGBP in this account. As you can see, bought 500,000 shares here. And it kind of just broke even on me at the open. Took a $25 loss. No big deal. I was hoping it winded up running. So, winded up opening pretty much break even and then dipped off a little bit. I bought 500,000 shares here, and then I bought 300,000 shares here. And as you can see, a big goose egg, a zero, so a break-even trade, basically. That's pretty much what it was, man. And then it faked me out completely. Let's see, RGBP up here. Faked me out completely because right when it dipped off at the open, we had this nice, huge run. And that's what I was expecting. I wanted a gap up. Okay, so just an example, it was the first green day, it didn't gap up, sold it, but realized, okay, this thing is having a run. So I started buying it 200,000 shares at a time and basically scalping it because when it's up like this, these things could drop at any moment. You never know. And if we look at the history, you got to look at the history, man. So, the last time it had a first green day here, it gapped up, popped a little bit, then went red. And as you can see, it did go red today. I kind of just anticipated that. I didn't know when it was going to go red. I just knew due to history, it's most likely going to go red. So I was just scalping it 200,000 shares at a time, collecting $200, 200, 100, just scalping it on the ride. And pretty much rode it to the top, man. Rode it in here, collected some money, and then rode it in this grind right here. So overall, winded up making $826 just day trading this thing, just scalping it 200,000 shares at a time, collecting $100 to $200 at a time each trade per trade. So that winded up working out beautifully. Then I noticed this grind action on OZSC. Let me put that up here for you. Boom, 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 boom. OZSC, man, just rode this bad boy, man. Just rode it all in here in the beginning of the day. Made about $1,400 just grinding it out in this action right here. Again, a familiar pattern. What I seen was this bull flag, man. That's exactly when I started buying it. When I noticed this bull flag here, boom, to right here, to down here, boom. Notice that bull flag action, man. And then that's when I bought it. I was buying it up in this area right here and then pop. And then same thing, very similar to RGBP. I was buying 200,000 shares at a time. As you can see, 1.675 million shares were traded. Buying it, selling it, buying it, selling it. And I winded up getting up to $2,000 right at the close. Because if you look down here, I sold it into this pop, which put me up $2,000. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to overnight this. So I repurchased another 240,000 shares. And then it winded up tanking on me right before the close and gave back $434. As you can see, open position, down 434. But my P&L on the day, I'm up $1,600. So overall, finished the day up a little over $1,600 on OZSC. Just grinding it out just like I did on RGBP this morning. Just grinding this thing out, man. And so I winded up getting, $1,600 profit. for OZSC. Just scalping, dude. Just basically just buying again, because if we look at OZSC as well, and we go here, you know, you just don't know, man. It did have I believe it had a news catalyst today. Yeah, announces supply equipment for first year a zero. So, you know, and then it had a news come out yesterday. So it's, you know, it's getting pumped again, man. So then when I seen this dip off right here, I was like, okay, you know, I had already made $1,400 into this run. And it just so happened that into this run, my computer froze. Okay, I was up about it froze in the middle of a position too, because I was up about 1,000. And then this thing, I was up a little over 1,000, and then I bought it back in here for this push. And then all of a sudden, my computer froze, and it freaked me the hell out because my computer rarely freezes ever when I'm trading. I do watch videos on here sometimes, and sometimes when I watch videos online, I have a HBO. I have an HBO subscription, and when I watch videos on HBO, for some reason, just for that, anytime I watch videos on HBO, it winds up freezing. I don't know why. It constantly does it when I watch videos online on HBO. Any other app or what, like Netflix, Paramount, all this other shit, I don't really have problems freezing. But for some reason, HBO. So I've never had a freezing problem when I'm trading, but it froze on me today. In the middle of a trade, and it freaked me the hell out. And luckily, when I just reset my computer to log back on, my position I was in was up about a little over 360. So I sold it, which put me at $1,400. And it winded up working out because that freaked me out. So I walked away and shut my lab because I was like, man, I made 1,300, made 800, so I was up over $2,000. I'm good. And then this winded up dropping off. So, you know, it kind of worked out. If it didn't freeze, I might have kept playing this and it dropped off. But yeah, so I was up about $1,400. And then, you know, I bought it, was buying it up some more again towards the close in this area, and made a little bit more money, and then ultimately grinded it out to 2,000, and then repurchased another 240 for overnight play, and it winded up taking me out. That position's down $434 right now. But again, overall up 1,600. And then I tried placing just a couple other trades. Tried placing a trade on LTNC because this was having some grind action in the morning. And LTNC is a typical play I like to see. I was seeing that bull flag pattern here. And it just failed, dude. It just started failing. I seen this pop here, and then it just failed. So I sold it, took a small loss, a little less than $100 loss there. And then same thing, I tried to trade, let's see, where is it? INND. INND, same thing. Seen some grind action in the late day, actually. I tried to capture this later on, and it actually worked out. I was buying it in this right here, and it actually played out, but I was just, I'm sorry, hold on. No, I bought the dip on this thing. Yeah, in here. Yeah, this is where I was buying it. And I actually could have been profitable on it, but it was just taking too long. And again, for shit like this, you always want to go, when you see in a bunch of plays that look good, always look for the volume, man, and go with the play that has the most volume. So I thought INND was doing pretty good, over 100 million shares traded. But I mean, like, compare that to OZSC, 238 million shares traded. Compare that to LTNC, over 100, and then compare that to RGBP, 700 million shares traded. So you always want, so that's why I traded RGBP and I traded OZSC the most, and exited the other two, and took losses on them because my orders weren't getting executed the way I wanted. INND and LTNC, they traded 100 million shares, but they weren't moving as fast and executing as good as OZSC was and as good as RGBP was. So always, if you're seeing multiple patterns that look good, like, oh, I don't know which one to take, always go with the one that's trading more volume. So, you know, took a couple small losses here. So overall, took about $200 loss between LTNC and INND. But, you know, I'm up, you know, about $2,400 between OZSC and RGBP. So overall, I think I made just a little less than $2,200. So overall, really good day. And so I wanted to overnight OZSC. So I overnighted 240,000 shares. I honestly was going to buy more shares, but a part of me, after it had this dip off right here, I was like, I was going to buy it in multiple accounts, but I actually seen the strength in LTNC towards the close. So I seen the strength picking up for a potential gap up on LTNC. So I bought, I tried to buy 250,000 shares. It only executed me 57,000 in this account. And then I bought 150,000. So overall total, I was trying to grab 400,000 shares on LTNC, and I winded up with just a little over 200,000 shares. And it happens, and it's whatever. But I do have an overnight on there, a little over 200,000 shares on LTNC, and then I have my overnight play on OZSC for 240,000 shares. So overall on my day, a little over 200 and over a little under $2,200. So over $2,000 on the day for the second day in a row, which is beautiful, and I can't complain about that. I do kind of hate this, that, you know, I was up $2,000 on here. So, you know, realistically, at one point I was up about $2,600 on the day, but then this wound up taking me out. But it is what it is, man. It happens. But now it's looking like it may potentially have a nice gap up. We will see. I won't know till tomorrow. My gap up on RGBP didn't work out, but it did wind up faking us out at the open and then popping. And I was able to capitalize over $800 on that action as well. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my analysis. If you made it this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that. So RGBP broke even on that overnight play this morning, lost $25. But notice the action, keep going. It was really strong. The bid and ask, you really want to focus on the bid and ask. You know, just this part right here. If the chart's looking good, focus right here, man. If you're seeing more size on the bid than you're seeing on the ask, and you're seeing this take over, that's a good sign. And that's what I seen on RGBP. So I was able to capitalize a little over 800. And then same thing with OZSC. I noticed that heavy size and bid coming in. A beautiful chart pattern. Was able to get $1,600 profit on that. And then LTNC and INND. Try to day trade them. Took very small losses on both of those. So overall, a really good day. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated as much as possible. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.